Cool, gracias. Right, hope everyone's all good. So today I'll run through say price action on EU and GU. Essentially, GU was very similar, and then it'll be good to see and discuss what happened in the afternoon because I know a few people were offside, including myself. But Saeed briefly went through why he was bearish, but we'll catch up on that in a second. So let's get the show on the road. So throughout Asia, price was giving us a bullish order flow, and then we had a medium inducement to the left, and price also tapped into whatever you want to call it, the supply zone to the left. And I know a lot of people caught this trade in the charts, not the charts, sorry, the chats. So let me go into what we saw. So I got in a bit too early, and I know this is one of my weaknesses. I always tend to enter too early. And the reason why I have two of these marked up is just to show, where you could have got entered. And also there were continuations present as well. So I'll classify this as a change of character here. Saw that movement down. What I always do, I always leave 10 pips, or is it 1 pip? I think it's 1 pip. Yeah, an extra pip for my stop loss, so I can give it breathing room. Because I've always seen this happen, especially if I'm always entering early. I'll always tend to get stopped out, but when I leave that extra pip for breathing room, it always tends to keep me in, which it did here. So thank God for that. So I entered on this trade here. Because I saw the change of character, and if anyone's saying anything in the chat that I'm not seeing, feel free to come off mute because I'm just looking at one screen at the moment. So as I was saying, price of British up to Asia. Did we? Yeah, I need to sort out my timings there as well for myself. But yeah, we had the change of character. Price went down and then came back up, and then carried on down. But then again, as I was saying, you could have got it entered here as well, not just here, because as I was saying, I was entering too early. We had this change of character here as price took out this low. Yep, and then price gave the entry here. Where is it?
Even go up.
What's up?
Go see that zone after the yeah, there it taps into that zone.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so the entry, yeah, I should have not done this way, but yeah, so the change of character would have been there. This broke, this leg here, and it came back up, into the zone. Thanks, Said. So yeah, your entry would have been there. Let me remove that to stop the confusion. So the entry would have been there, and the entry could have been there. And Said was also showing a few continuations as well, which he caught. I didn't catch any of the continuations myself, but where are we? Yeah, so there were a few continuations of order flow, which Said caught himself. But as I was saying, we swept the medium inducement here and mitigated price. TP for me was here because I was expecting a reaction. Because for me, this is a 1 hour swing low, so I was expecting a reaction here. But however, as I was saying, I got caught offside today because price was bearish, whereas I was expecting price to be bearish and then bullish. So my TP was there, which was, I'd say, reasonable, but perhaps maybe I could have held for longer. So price picked up delivery from the buy side and it delivered it all the way to this sell side today. Price was very, very bearish towards the afternoon. So that's pretty much EU in the morning. GU, I'd say, was much cleaner. Similar price action coming up throughout Asia. Let me restart the chat. Not the chat, sorry, the chart. Similar, medium inducement to the left, mitigated a zone as well. If you go on to the 1 minute time frame, I didn't take this trade. I just marked it up for today's call. Yeah, you can see you got the change of character here. This will do. X marks the spot. Yep. Price came back in to mitigate, this zone here, and then price came down. If you look on the 5 minute, there may have been a few continuations as well that he probably could have caught on. I've seen a few trades that people took. The entries are different. So I know some people took other different entries, which is fine, which is, everyone trades differently and everyone sees things differently as well. So yeah, that's pretty much GU as well. Now, I'm going to go into the afternoon, but before we go into the afternoon, does anyone have any questions or queries? Anything they want to raise?
Why did you take that bias? EU, is that EU? Yeah, EU bias, that one.
Yeah, so this is pretty much, the one I was going to go into in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
London. Well,
Yeah,
not really a
sure, go
question,
on.
bro, but it's just how I see it, right? So, could you go on to it, please, bro?
Yeah,
On a 1 minute time frame.
1 minute, yeah.
So, okay, London, yeah. So for me, bro, so first of all, can you see the trend line in Frankfurt?
Just a second, my laptop's playing up. 1 minute. Yeah, sorry, go on. Yeah, the trend line's looking like this here.
Just from that low,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, to the two lows to the left.
And about these, yeah?
Yeah, so I would have marked that as the trend line and demand as a SMT, right? Then, just before London Open, you had the liquidity cycle. I don't know if you can see it.
Which time frame? 1 minute, yeah?
1 minute.
Okay, cool. Go on.
Just before London.
London was. Excuse me, I need to sort out my session time. It's messed up at the moment. So you're talking about here, 7 to 8 o'clock, yeah?
Yeah. So can you see the?
You mean that last high that it got induced?
Yeah, the high
On your
at
left.
7:55. Yeah. So that high swept the minor trend line just to the left. You know what? Let me.
Yeah, that's the one I went over.
Look in the chat. Oh, you just went over it. Okay.
What's your query, anyways?
I was just showing you like how I seen it, innit? Because I marked my change of character differently to you. But I'm sending it in the chat now. Wait, and you can see.
Yeah, that's Ty. He's gonna backtest hopefully tomorrow.
Okay, cool, great, yeah. No, thank you, Ty. Yeah, because as I was saying as well, yeah, we tend to look at the markets, differently as well. Quite a few of us as well. So thanks for sharing that. That would be good, please, Ty, because then that could possibly even help me with my entries.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Let's go mid.
DM, when you have a Coke, the point where you entered from, so why do you consider yourself an early seller?
Sorry,
This
what's
point,
the question?
we have Coke here after medium inducement, right? Yeah, this one.
Yeah, what's your query?
Okay, we have a Coke. So why this entry was not valid?
Good question, and this is what I'm working on myself. And this is why I leave a 1 pip breathing room for my stop losses, which tends to save me. So I am trying to find out exactly why they're not valid, because I know it will help me massively with my trading. Perhaps what Ty is going to share in
It's in the chat.
could possibly help you with that query. Because Ty, is that where you entered? Yeah.
No, I wasn't trading today. I'm waiting for a payout, but I'm saying this is the entry I would have hopefully taken.
Yeah. No, thank you.
So you see how it reacts off the SMT, and you have the internal change of character. So we have the internal chock, which I have with the X.
Yeah.
And then the reaction of the SMT into that supply. I haven't drawn it, but supply with a minor inducement.
So would this have been your chock here?
No, just
No.
yeah, like that, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been your change of character here, the internal chock, yeah.
Change of character, and then reacting off the SMT into my supply. That's how I would have entered it.
Okay, thank you. So then that's thanks for sharing that. And then I just want to take this back to, let's say, my first entry, and also take it back to mid query. So comparing the two, Ty, why wouldn't you take the first one?
Yeah, I actually marked this level, but I was on. I took a new geo.
Sorry, which level did you mark? The Thai screenshot or the one that I marked up?
The same level that you marked with coke.
Yeah, so you marked this level up, yeah?
But I am still confused why this entry
Yeah,
was
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Yes, I'm asking. Yes, I'm going to put the question to Ty because Ty took a great entry. So I'm going to ask Ty the question: how comes Ty? Why did you take this first entry, and you would take this next one here?
Time window. What's the time?
Yeah, first of all, time window, bro, and second of all, that's not
Yep.
really a valid low for me to count as a change of character.
Okay, and why wouldn't it be a
Like,
valid low for
for
you?
example, so you see, you have the high and the low before, right? To
Yeah,
the
what
left,
these?
yeah. No, externally, bro. That one, yeah, and then all the way at the low,
Yeah.
yeah, and then the high would be, of course, the high here. So the low, that wouldn't be a low for me because one, it's not made a good enough retracement.
Mm,
And I remember Samara saying to me, just on the eye, bro, it don't really look like a clean low, you know? Well,
mm.
in my opinion, I don't know how everyone else sees it. So that's why I wouldn't count it as a valid low. So it wouldn't be a choke for me.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you. Mids, what's your thoughts on that?
I will backtest. Actually, sometimes we take trades from the very unusual low. This
Ty's
type of
yeah, Ty's also backtesting tomorrow, by the way.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
mid. I'll tell you. Before you take any trade, just look out for liquidity cycle. Because if you are looking for liquidity cycle, then that would have been you've avoided the loss. Because look, that zone, there's no liquidity cycle there, and your time window is not there. So
Mm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. We all good?
did
Ty,
you, did you understand, or do you want me to show you?
do you mind showing us, please, Said?
Yeah, I'm all good, bro. I'm all good.
Can you guys see my screen?
Mm, yep.